of a partnership. Because this is really, really, really powerful. As my friend Lumumba was speaking, he talks about being in 44 countries. Effectively, every moment they stand to speak, AGF stands to speak, they not only have a local context, but they have the value of what else your neighbor is doing. In my early days of career, one guy told me, Dennis, more than anything else, fight for exposure. And I've lived with these words for many years. They didn't ask me to fight for money. They didn't ask me to fight for positions, but they told me fight for exposure. In other words, get your mind to understand how else it is done, lest you assume your way is the only way. My grandmother had that statement said in some very powerful French words that I will not use for today, but I'm sure your guess is as good as mine. All right? But over the years, I've also said exposure must have also said, beyond exposing your mind to how else it's done, it must have also said, and let someone else also know what you're doing. All right? Because along my journey, one of my bosses used to say to me, if it has not been said, then for sure it never got done. More than anything else, fight for exposure. In the room is 44 countries of exposure, which effectively could serve to validate part of how we do it, because then we can say it with conviction that we are doing it well, but it could also serve to let us know, and how else is it done. And I was just sitting with my good friend Laban in here, wonderful at telling the story. And therefore, when he breaks it down for us in how it's done, 44, then I whispered to him and I said, I suspect $5 million at best can only be a modest starting balance of what we must do. Truly, of what we must do. And my invitation to us is quickly gobble this so that then we go and get some more. Because then I can guarantee you where Laban is also sitting, he's saying, but please demonstrate absorption. Demonstrate what? Absorption. Before you say it's a lot, have you even consumed what is available? And I hope in this